Well, that VP debate when I was in Farmville, Virginia, made my head hurt. All the interruptions by Tim Kaine, Mike Pence and Kaine talking over each other, moderator Elaine Kahana losing control of the thing. It was hard to understand about a third of it. I've described it as a cable segment from hell that went on for 90 minutes. But what's equally dizzying right now is the post-game chatter and commentary, because it goes beyond the usual, well, who won, who lost, who had the best line and all of that. It seems that Tim Kaine and Mike Pence were pursuing very different strategies that don't sort of lend themselves to the, who had the best moments business, because really what they were doing was not trying to show up each other, but to score points against Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, especially Kaine with his relentless and repetitive attacks on Trump. So now you have some chatter about CNBC and CNN reporting that, well, sources say that Trump wasn't that pleased, that the Governor Pence didn't defend him all the time. To which I would say, yeah, he didn't always take the bait every time Senator Kaine brought up the same attacks again and again and again, because to do so would have left him entirely on the defensive. Instead, he deflected or he ignored. He did respond to some, and others he pivoted, as you're supposed to do in these things, to attacking Hillary Clinton. And the Trump campaign is denying those reports. Interestingly, Kellyanne Conway, the Trump campaign manager, tweeting that it was sexist of Tim Kaine to be constantly interrupting Elaine Kahana. I don't know if that's true, if it's harder when you're facing a female moderator to maintain some semblance of control, but certainly both men kind of ignored her questions and went on to say whatever they wanted. You kind of lost track of the fact that it's supposed to be 2-minute answers and 30-second responses. You needed a bell or a buzzer or a gong or something. On the other side, Tim Kaine, I think, didn't really care whether he won or lost the debate. When I was watching, it wasn't immediately apparent to me why this ordinarily low-key and somewhat gentlemanly senator was, clearly trying the audience's patience by constantly interrupting, by saying the same things over and over again. I mean, we all know he was trying to get in his licks against Donald Trump. And so I've likened it to, Kaine viewed his job as throwing a bunch of grenades out there and didn't particularly care if they exploded while he was around, and he got a lot of shrapnel, because he didn't care as much about winning the debate as he did about being Hillary Clinton's attack dog and trying to constantly drag in Donald Trump and the payment or non-payment of taxes, Mexican rapists, we heard that several times, and lots of other. Vladimir Putin went to that again and again. All fair, but it was such a frenetic performance. It looked like he had 29 cups of coffee that I think a lot of the pundits who score these things are saying that Kaine didn't help himself, but Team Clinton may have been pleased. Now, does all of this matter? Probably it's all forgotten by Sunday when I'll be in St. Louis for the second presidential debate. VP debates don't usually move a lot of votes, and this one was relatively low rated, about 35 million, far below even the 2012 face-off between Joe Biden and Paul Ryan. But it did, I think, reset the conversation a little bit, because Trump had such a rough week coming out of the debate and the Miss Universe business and attacking Hillary Clinton's marriage, that Pence doing well, although it's prompted some chatter about whether Pence was more interested in himself and 2020 presidential race, kind of stabilized things, setting the stage for the two people at the top of the ticket when they get to St. Louis.